What is up, my fellow gamers? Today's video we got our best guide for Mimosa Vermilion, the Clover Academy version for season 1. So we went ahead, we got her. We're gonna go over the gear, we're gonna go over talents and skills as well. I'll have timestamps down below so you can navigate to each different one. Pure healer, really strong, and has an ultimate ability special skill that lets us resurrect a fallen ally and bring them back to life. First thing we have is our skill page. Got lucky, I got her dedicated skill page, which upgrades our skill level 2, which makes it really strong, but also we get the passive, which 20% chance to grant all allies a remove 1 debuff upon using skill 2. Really just absolutely an insanely strong healer. Now, if you do not have this specific skill card for her, the special one, like this right here, grants a 16.4% increased magic attack buff for 1 turn upon using skill 2, and that is because all of her healing is based off of her magic attack stat. This is for Mimosa, the Golden Dawn version, but you can at least put this on the SSR unit version and take advantage of that passive ability. You won't get the upgraded skill effect, but that's fine. This is like a great substitute until you go ahead and pull like this official and elegant beginning skill card that you're gonna need. From there, we have our skill 1, which grants an ally with the lowest HP recovery with a chance to grant an SP +1 buff. Now, damage wise, it's doing a percentage based on our attack stat and our magic stat, but really you only want to use her as a pure healer. So like I said, don't even worry about buffing her attack stat. Just try and get her magic attack stat as high as possible, because all we really care about is just trying to heal as much as possible. Her skill 2 goes ahead and we do that HP recovery on all allies equal to a percentage of our own magic attack. We get that grants an extended buff duration by 2 turns, buff to a designated ally. So when you are using this specific skill, you have to choose which ally hero you want to have that extended buff duration. So that's important to note. Just make sure you choose the proper one. This is what we really love, is that resurrection ability. Just being able to bring back one of our heroes that is destroyed is so important. And because of that, aside from the fact that we want to have her magic attack as high as possible, the other stat that I think is extremely important for someone like her is going to be her HP, her overall health pool. You want it to be as high as possible also, because you really don't want her to die. I mean, if she dies, it can be very devastating in those big boss battles. It can help your team stay alive much longer. For our combined attack, grants the partner mage an increased attack with a chance, 50% chance to grant the partner mage an SP +1, and then that partner mage goes ahead and does an attack. So really cool ability. I love her combined attack. For our passives, we got 2 really strong ones. We've got the first one with the unique passive. Once you get her to that LR rarity, restores 50% HP of an ally resurrected by your special skill. So once you do use your ultimate special skill, 50% of their HP is restored. That's pretty strong. And then we have our enhanced passive. You need to get her to enhancement level 2, which I did. So we just get a free 10% reduction in our damage taken. I mean, this really strong. The enemies can't remove it because it's just static. It's not a buff. From there, let's head over to our gear. Now, I don't have the greatest gear. I'm still working on trying to get better gear, unfortunately. But the main thing you want to do is put the highest rarity on her. So whatever your highest rarity gear is, whether you got LR gear or UR gear, SSR gear, depends on if you're a brand new player or how long you've been playing this game, but highest rarity first. And don't forget, I still have that best gear guide coming out very soon. I'm working on it. It will be out probably within a week or 2. But you really just want to put anything as a magic attack for the main stat on her. So if we take a look at these, forget the rarities. I put like the highest rarities I could on her. We're not worrying about the set bonuses just yet. But just looking at this, we have magic attack as a main stat, magic attack main stat, magic attack, and you'll see all of these pieces of gear I have on her, the main stat is magic attack, because we just want her to be able to put out a ton of healing. Now, right now, where she currently is, She does what? 12,495 is her magic attack, which I have it. And she does roughly like 3,000 healing when she uses her special skill, aka her ultimate. And then her skill 2 healing usually does around 17 to 1,800 healing as well, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not the greatest, but like I would say the minimum you want to have her a magic attack is like 1,500. That's like the minimum. Ideally, you want to have her magic attack at 20,000 or higher. That's like the best. Once you have her magic attack 20k or higher, she is a absolute healing machine. As far as the gear set bonuses go, there's not really a proper gear set for her, unfortunately, because a lot of the attack ones have to do with like attack and magic attack and then damage dealt, which doesn't really help her out too much. And then there's some other ones that just, you know, they just don't do what you need, unfortunately. But if we go ahead, let's head over to our dungeons and let's just go over this thing real quick. In the dungeon power one, this is probably most likely going to be your best bet. Secret of the Deep Sea, just getting that speed buff. But this one, I really love this one. We get max HP plus 7%. And then we grant 10% of our max HP as HP recovery at the start of each turn. So we just randomly get extra healing on her. And the last thing we have to go over is her talents. The increased magic attack, so we're getting an extra 7% there. It's just gonna add up extra healing. As we increase our magic attack, we heal more. And then from there, our two options were either to go with Ferocity or the Battle Frenzy. Now the Battle Frenzy, I think, doesn't help us out at all. Increases our crit rate at the start of a wave. I mean, we really don't care if our crit rate is increased at all, personally. I mean, that just doesn't really help us out that much. But I think Ferocity is a little bit better. Attacks after granting a 10% increased damage dealt buff upon attacking a boss. So we do a little bit of extra damage. From there, we have our defense. And this one I have crit res because we don't want her to get one-shotted. We really do not want our healer to have crit damage put on her, because I mean, if the enemy one-shots, two-shots her, that really hurts our team big time. So definitely want to increase our crit res. And then Iron Will grants us debuff immunity for 1 turn when our HP is equal to or lower than 35% of our HP. The whole reason behind this is because once she does get in that lower threshold, if she gets stun locked or silenced, or, you know, just anything that's going to really screw us over to the point where she can't get off another heal, I mean, that's like devastating. So we're getting the SP plus 1 whenever we have less than 2 at the start of our turn. So that way we can just use our resurrection ability a lot more. And then we have our increased damage res plus 10%. Again, we just want to reduce the amount of damage that she takes. Mage's Blessing was also another viable option where it gives us a chance to reduce skill 2's cooldown by 1 turn at the start of a turn, 20% chance. This was another viable option, but I feel like the swiftness is just better because we constantly want to be generating our SP, so that way we can use that ultimate, our special skill, as much as possible, so that way we can constantly bring our teammates back when they get destroyed. Increase accuracy in pen, and then a lot of these other ones don't really help. The resolution one, meh. And then HP recovery received plus 5%. This could be good, again, if you're going for more of that HP build and you do take that HP set where you go ahead and you heal yourself at the start of a turn, because then you're healing even more. So then you, like I said, you become that tanky healer. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.